So what happens when you plug in 9 into G? Mental math. What do you get? Negative 17. If that's too much mental math, I would suggest off to the side, plugging in 9, figuring out what it is. That's ugly 17. And then writing it in as one step here. Because if you try to do too much at one time inside the step, your work could get confusing and then you could lose track of where you are. So now we need to plug in negative 17 into F. Since it's the last thing that we're plugging in, can you see that that's going to be negative 17 squared plus 3 times negative 17? Someone know their 17 times table? No? All right, so it's one to practice. What's your biggest square that you know? 12? So then you say, if I know up to 12 times 12, I go home. Next week, I learn that 13 times 13 is 169. And then now I know, if I take some time, now I know 13 times 13. I can say I know my squares up to 13. And then next week you go, oh, now I know them up to 13, so I'll take some time and learn 14 times 14 is 196. And then after a while, then you'll know a whole bunch of them. I know. But I was at the grocery store the other day. A person in front of me bought bananas and they were 50% off. And they said, how much are the bananas? And the person working the till said they're $3.88. And did it come off the 50%? Yes. 50% came off. And it was $1.94 came off. So the person said, how much were the bananas? I was like, okay, well, this is an interesting conversation for me to listen to. I was like, okay, so it's $3.88 and 50% was $1.94. So the person at the till said, well, you just have to subtract $1.94 from $3.88, so it'll be 2 something. Anyways, and the other person said, okay, and they both went on their way. And I was like, really, if you have 50% is $1.94, what is the other 50% going to equal? Do you have to subtract, or could you just say it's $1.94? So, but they were close. They did some estimation. They said just a little bit over 2. So, and the other person was fine with that. It's not bad to have mental math skills. And I really concentrated after I made that statement to make sure I didn't make a mistake. So 238. Part B, same idea. I'll get you to try this one first on your own. Okay. How did you do? F of 9. Well, I'll do it off to the side here. F of 9 would give me 9 squared is 81. 3 times 9 is 27. 108. G of 108. And now we're going to plug in 108 into G, and you're going to get negative 2 times 108 plus 1, negative 216 plus 1, negative 215. Excellent. So the numbers you can do for this one are 6, 8, and 9. And we will do example 4 tomorrow after your questions from permutations.